skill issue. You're not good enough. Lol, good edits, bad clips.
Oh my god, Tia.
There's always the gym. Maybe you just suck. Use Woohoojin. Blah 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 blah. I've had enough. I have enough. I'm done. My aim sucks. I'm hard stuck gold, and everyone says it's my fault. But you know what? You know what? No excuses. I'm actually gonna say it. It's 100% my fault. Okay. Trying my best not to make excuses, but I'm gonna suck it up and I'm gonna just say it's my fault. But all the trash talking and the you're bad and stuff, there's one name that came across all of them that stood out above the rest, and it's this guy named Woohoojin. With the quick search, I found that this banana man was not only a coach, but he would make my aim god tier. So for 7 straight days, by watching his videos, I hope to not only rank up, but to become the next Demon 1. Like I said before, I'm a Hearthstone Gold player who has watched all his friends promote themselves into levels of plat and above, while I sit down in the trenches, fiending for my life. Also, a good thing to note, my main agents as of late have been Jet and Sky. Now during the 7-day challenge, it wouldn't make any sense if I didn't include any goals for myself. So obviously, we've added some goals for myself for this challenge. Number 1, hit plat. Bing. It's been a goal that I've wanted for like maybe a couple seasons now, probably like 2 or 3 seasons. I've always wanted to hit plat. As many times I hit gold 3 and then just straight D rank all the way back down to either silver or gold. Number 2, have better aim. Obviously with this aim training course, I would hope to improve my aim during this practice, and I realize my aim is very inconsistent, so I would like to have that. Number 3 would be have more confidence in myself. I think that with this training, I would hope to be more confident in my gunfights, as well as maybe my game sense, or just in myself in general. Number 4, perhaps the biggest one, which is understanding my mistakes and then knowing how to fix them. I think the biggest problem I have is I don't know what the problem is. If I can locate my own problems and then know how to change those problems, I think it would be a huge difference in my gameplay, as well as how I approach the game. Now, the training consists of a couple things we have here. We have aim labs, we have the training against bots, which you can find in game, we have deathmatch, and then we have, of course, comp games that you have to play. Now, there's going to be a lot more that goes into said training, which I will tell you as I start day 1. And with that, we'll start day 1. Day 1 started with aim labs. Over the course of my training, I tried to focus more on accuracy over speed, knowing that in time, I'll get faster. So a lot of these aim lab courses is me getting used to accuracy, moving targets, and me kind of getting more control with my mouse and my aim. So the next step is moving over towards the firing range. Here, I practice my over and under flicking with the bots. I believe Woohoojin called this dead zoning, which is where I over flick the bot, move my crosshair by moving my character in the opposite direction, and then performing the shot. So there's 3 rounds. The first round I do over flicking, second round I do under flicking, and then the third step is a combination of the first 2, where I just naturally flick towards the enemy and react wherever my crosshair is. So if I'm under aiming, I move my crosshair a certain way, and then if I'm over aiming, I move it a certain way as well. Day 1, I got a little bit ahead of myself and I totally forgot to do a death match. Basically, in death matches, I'm going to be focusing on my gunfight hygiene, as Woohoojin calls it. This includes strafing, burst firing, and spraying according to the distance of where the enemies are. Then right after that, I jump into comp games. This is where I try to focus more on taking my time on my gunfights and aiming. So day 1 of comp games, I'm currently playing with my duo. Going into this game, I am trying to take my time with my aim and my decision making, but I'm also not expecting a huge change from, of course, my aim, because it's just the first day. So I included this clip because I really tried to apply what I've learned, crosshair placement, as well as knowing where the enemies are. So I was kind of really proud of myself. This may not seem like a lot for someone else, but for me, I tend to rush my shots a lot and rush my decision making and just jumping out there. So I really liked how I took my time with this clip. So this right here is kind of one of the bigger things I struggle with, where I know an enemy is there, so I'm taking my time, and then all of a sudden I don't, and I move up and I'm not expecting the enemy to be there. So this is definitely an issue that I plan on trying to fix. There's many times during the comp games where I spam my shot like this, get a nice kill, and then I swing off an enemy and I don't even shoot where they're at and I die. There's also good times like this where I think my crosshair placement was pretty good and I was kind of aware where the omen could have been.
Yo.
Anyways, we go on to win this game, and now we go into the next game of the session.
Nice.
Now this game was a lot of lack of, I guess, game sense. For example, I hear the door breaking, but I don't realize someone could be there. So after I hear a shot, I want to move up and push through the site, but then I die because I wasn't thinking that, you know, someone could actually walk through the door.
What the heck? How?
So even with my lack of awareness and my bad aim, we still ended up coming out of this game with the win. And with this game, I'm already 1 game away from plat. Now, many people would be excited, but me, I've been gold 3, maybe a game away from plat a couple of times, and I'm already getting nervous because when I'm always 1 game away from plat, I tend to fall pretty quickly. So yeah, I'm pretty nervous at this point. And for good reason, because no matter what I did in this game, my bad shots, my great shots, we still ended up losing. So this is not a good sign at all. Day 2, we started off with the bots. Next was aim labs, which I forgot to do. And finally was deathmatch. Moving on to comp. This game wasn't my best game at all. I felt like I was really just supporting. I got really unlucky with a lot of my deaths. But somehow, some way, we still ended up winning. Even though I didn't play that well in this game, I did get a really nice shot to finish it. Moving on to the next game, I got my Sky insta-lock, so I ended up being stuck on smokes. Although I semi-know how to play Omen, and my smokes aren't the best, this is definitely a pick I wasn't fully comfortable with, but I just tried to support my team the best I could in this game. I still had a lot of the same issues this game, bad aim, crosshair placement, but there were definitely points where I did really good with my aim and crosshair placement. At this point, I still remain consistently inconsistent. That being said, we still ended up winning the game, even though I was an Omen and bottom threat. This game, however, I was finally able to choose Jet. Even though I started this game pretty bad, I think this round I started picking it up. Like something inside me awoke.
Eyes down. My ult's ready. 3. 4.
Easy, sister.
One enemy remaining.
This.
Prepare for hellfire.
With this round, I felt like I was finally going to pick up my game and just completely take over, and my practice would actually be shown. But I was wrong. I still had bad aim.
You will not kill my ally.
Last player.
I still didn't know where players were. Planning. Oh, he's up. And we ended up losing the game. Day 3, I decided to stream my progress. This not only helped keep me accountable for my training, but it also allowed a lot of people to see what my training was and whether I was following it or not. So the typical aim labs,
Part of the Woohoojin
bots, deathmatch. During this deathmatch, I was feeling really crispy with my aim. I felt like my crosshair placement was good. I felt like my gunfight hygiene was also pretty well here. Of course, there was some instances where I didn't aim as well, but overall, I felt pretty cracked during these death matches.
Astra's gone. One left.
What? The transfer from deathmatch didn't really go so well in comp matches? What? As far as like the controlled aim, I think that was kind of difficult though. We did, however, win the game, and I did get some pretty nice frags. Now this next game is absolutely huge because with that last win, it puts me 10 RR away from getting plat on day 3. So this game, I really try my best to focus in, play smart, and take my time.
One enemy remaining.
Wait, she got a cross?
Spike down A.
There you are. Healing her. On my way. Blocking sight. Enemy spotted B.
Spike down B.
130 on
Headshot.
I got time here.
Spike planted.
corner. Somewhere in the corner.
Last player standing.
Kill my ally.
That's backside.
Enemy kill. Enemy there's another.
One enemy remaining.
Begins. Give me those back.
Oh my god. I don't know what it was this game, but I was playing absolutely crazy. I felt like my training was there, my cross replacement was there, I was taking gunfights, I was confident, and on top of that, my team was also pretty cracked.
Nice.
Doing this round right
Enemy spotted A. Night night.
Last player standing.
Tiger
One
117.
enemy remaining.
Ult's ready.
And with this crazy game, only on day 3 of 7, I actually reached plat. Yeah! We made it! We made it! After all the games, all the bad aim, the work has finally paid off, and I finally got plat. But most people would stop when they're up, right? I was riding the highs of the game. I had a really good game. I got plat, so I figured, you know, I'd play some more games. What could possibly go wrong? Well, whatever could go wrong went wrong. I continued to lose the next 3 games, which put me back in gold 3, 40 away from plat. And with that, I ended the night. I was pretty mad. I regretted me just not like getting off after I get plat. So lesson of the day for day number 3 is when you're up, get off. Going into day 4, my only goal was trying my best to get back to plat and make up for all the RR I wasted yesterday. Another cool thing to note is going through my aim labs training, I did break a couple high scores I had. So this day started really showing my improvement during aim labs and then kind of transitioning more towards the game side. Bro, I smashed my last score. My last score was only 4,000. During this time, I also tried the bots on medium difficulty and trying to continue my over aiming and under aiming training. So day 4 was pretty much just trying to break my last either records of aim labs and just overall increase the intensity for training. Moving over to deathmatch, I was pretty mediocre. I was missing a lot of shots, but then there was times where I would do really good with my aim. So this match was really just back and forth with my aim, really just showing my inconsistencies. Moving on the comp, the games really weren't going that well. I felt like our team just really wasn't communicating with each other. We would go to different points in the map and then just end up throwing the round. I feel like I also played pretty mediocre No matter what my team was doing, I felt like there was definitely places where I could have decided either to not push or just aim a bit better in certain gunfights. So sadly, we ended this game with a loss.
Silver 3.
Planted.
However, the next game started a bit different.
Up, girly.
KO and Omen. Both.
One enemy remaining.
That's one aiming. It's a 1v1.
Okay, he's one. Like, genuinely one.
Nice.
You're right, lying.
Nice try, mate.
I ended up getting a 4K with our teammate
We
AFK
won
in
it,
Spawn.
Don't even start that shit, mate.
The next round, he did come back though.
Oh wait, he's here.
Not gonna lie, after that amazing first round of the game, I only recorded maybe like 6 more kills after that. 6 or 7 more kills after that. I was mainly kind of like supporting my team, flashing. My team is really, really good, so I didn't really have to do much. We did end up going on to win this game, mostly thanks to my teammates. Alright, so moving on to the next game. It wasn't really the best start because I had to play Omen, who I wasn't as comfortable in comparison to Sky and Jet. Now, as this game went on, we had a really great start, going 7-1. I think at times we went to like 10-3. Our Cypher was carrying, and then all of a sudden, we start losing.
But I'm telling you right now,
rounds. Now, I was already a bit sad having to play as Omen, but honestly, being up at 10-3 and then watching the game just slowly get away from you has to be one of the most depressing things in Valorant. Nonetheless, despite the rounds lost, it was all left up to Yoru, who thankfully clutched it, and we did not get forced into OT, and we win this game. Probably didn't deserve it, but we won the game. Going into the next game, I was finally back on Sky, and I was feeling really confident with my shots.
One enemy remaining.
I was not only confident with my aim duels, but I felt I also played the game a bit slowly and started thinking about my next moves before I just run in there.
Blinded.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
My way. Enemy spotted A. Down with.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
But our team wasn't as coordinated, and a couple of missed shots here and there. For my part, I felt like lost us a couple of rounds, so we ended up losing this game, even though I felt pretty good overall.
20? No way.
Day 5 was an off day, so there was no stream, but I was still committed to my training and getting back plat.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
You have your flash.
Good aim, good shit.
Time to hunt.
One enemy remaining.
Hawk out. Blinded. Pretty done here.
I'm going long.
Hawk out. Blinded.
Smoking out garage, smoking out garage.
One enemy remaining.
Corner. Spike dropped. 3 for 3.
One's a long. Pushing up.
Buried.
Nice.
Hawk out.
garage, face garage.
Last player standing.
One down.
Standing. Thirty seconds left. Spike planted.
Miles ready.
One enemy remaining.
You have ulti.
Seek them out. Found one.
Oh my god.
One day.
One enemy remaining.
One my button.
And with that, plat was finally back in my grasp. I finally had that badge next to my name.
Yay.
The following day was on stream. I did my training as usual. I then hopped in a game in which we won the game. I played pretty well here. I was playing as Sky, so I was more like assist and kind of just helping out my team, but I felt pretty confident. But any confidence I had from the last game went away with this game as I was staring at an 0-12 game. I can't even tell you what happened in this game. I think it was just random. Like, I think either we just had a team diff or something, but it was just off and terrible. I ended up losing all the RR in one last game, so I just ended up ending the day on that, going 1-1. Okay, so on day 7, I decided to not play because I didn't want to lose plat, go back in the gold, and then try to tilt Q again just to get back into plat. So I ended up just taking the win and just taking this day off. So to recap, after 6 days, I can confidently say that I completed my goals. We got plat, we got better aim, and I was able to understand my mistakes and find a way to fix them. I think honestly the best part about doing this training period was not necessarily me getting better aim, but what came from me doing my training. For example, I gained more confidence in my gunfights. I started understanding how to take certain gunfights. I started thinking more about what I should do to put myself in the situation. But overall, it just got me a lot more comfortable with the game of Valorant because I kind of knew what I wanted to do, which honestly, as much as I love to become Demon 1, I think another part that Demon 1 has, that he definitely has, is that he knows what kind of fights he wants to take and he knows how to take those fights. So I think that's a bigger takeaway from this training. Obviously the aim, yeah, you get better, but what comes with the aim I think is even better, because sometimes you could have bad aim, but if you know how to like place yourself in certain situations, if you know how to shoot in different situations, then you're going to be better overall. Also, besides that, I think the biggest takeaway from this is how far I grew in like less than a week. You know, well, obviously I didn't do the 7th day because I felt like I already completed my goals and I didn't want to like D-rank again and go through that hoop. But anyway, I think it's crazy how fast you're able to achieve something when you put your mind to it and you become consistent in doing that. I think that's the biggest problem with a lot of the Valorant and aim stuff. Yeah, you can do all this training, all this fancy Kovacs, all this stuff, but it really just comes down to you. And it comes down to, if you want to really do this, you got to be consistent and you got to train the correct way. You can do it. Like, I'm going to keep training because I want to become a higher rank. I want to become diamond. You know, that's the next step. Obviously it's a bigger step, but I want to keep improving, keep going better, and you know, all this other cool stuff. So yeah, anyway, Woohoojin, highly recommend you guys go watch his videos. I'll put one of the videos that I watched down in the description. Go watch them out, check them out. W Coach. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys like this different style of video. Not gonna lie, it took me a while to edit this, as you guys see. I try to make sure to leave like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.